Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gloria's Healthy Home and Body, where our mission is to enhance the lives of those we touch by helping people reach their goals and by adding more years to your life and life to your years. So, just to remind everyone what this show is really about, it's about enhancing our lives physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. And so today I have a guest with me that I'm really excited to talk to. And in 2020 just started her own yoga YouTube channel to support those who were suffering from mental health challenges during the pandemic. As someone who has experienced her own struggles with anxiety and depression, she could empathize with the world, excuse me, with what the world was going through in these challenging times. So one day she decided in late October to start her own YouTube video. And so I'm excited to talk to her because, as everyone our plan B, excuse me, our plan A was in place. Everybody was going about their business, not even thinking that there would be an issue with us being ever shut down or perhaps having a plan B in an emergency situation. And so just took, things in her hands and decided to do something about her situation, about the fact that she was locked down. And she also, too, was experiencing, like a lot of us, mental issues when it came to this pandemic. So just welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Gloria. I'm really excited to be
Welcome.
here.
Welcome. So let's start out by let me ask you, how are you dealing with the pandemic?
Thank you for asking that question. I really appreciate that. We've been 1 year into the pandemic now. I think next week is literally going to be 1 year since we heard on in the media. And I've had my days where it's been good days and then some days where it's been bad days. So, today's a good day. I'm having this lovely conversation with you and getting to share with the world what I've been doing, what I've been up to. But there's definitely been days where, you just wonder if this ever will end or if there is any light at the end of the tunnel. So, it's been up and down
Right.
like a lot of people I've talked to. And this current point, I think we're in the clear. The weather's getting better here, and the sun is shining today. And so now, I think I see the light at the end of the tunnel. So things are definitely much better. But ask me, back in March, even back a few weeks, when it was the thick of winter, things weren't going the greatest.
Right, exactly. So now tell us how when did you start teaching yoga and why? Why
I
yoga?
start, Oh, sorry. Okay. I started teaching back in 2015, so about 6 years now.
Okay.
What happened back in 2015 was I was in a very stressful corporate job. I did marketing for about 10 years of my life before I got into health and wellness. And, the cumulative stress and, just the constant stress, deadlines, and that constant buildup just kept going and going. And I guess at that time I just crashed. I just completely crashed. I was at a bank. I went on sick leave, and I just decided, I can't do this anymore. I saw my doctor. I wasn't functional. I was in a mild depression heading into a deep depression. So it was very, very bad I was essentially not functioning. And so I went on a sick leave, quit my job, and, I was living with my mom and stepdad at the time, who graciously let me stay with them. And I thought, you know what, I should start to do something, help me, see the light at the end of the tunnel again. And I looked into teacher training, yoga teacher training, and did it as more of a self-development healing process, never really intending to teach. And I finished my program in, a few months, started to teach, and then I just never looked back since. and really use that as a tool, as a coping mechanism for really tough and stressful times.
Right.
As you know, as what I went through in 2015, and you know, same thing in the pandemic, like a very stressful time for everyone. And same thing, yoga was what really helped me get through this past year. And I wanted to really share that with the rest of the world because it works. Like I
Yes.
really felt it. Mhm.
Right. That's wonderful because, one of the most important things is really acknowledging that we need help, and then doing something about it rather than continuing in the cycle of disappointment, depression, anxiety. And I like the fact that you just kind of took the bull by the horn and decided to look into what can I do to make myself healthy. So tell the audience, just in case you have people here who are not sure what yoga is. They heard about it, but they're really not sure. What is yoga?
So yoga is essentially, so it did originate in India back, long time ago. Can't really quote the time. I don't want to be incorrect on TV, but essentially what yoga is I would call it, you know what the best way I would describe yoga as is a moving meditation.
Mm,
Um, yeah, it's truly for me, it's a really a moving meditation. There's all different styles of yoga. You can go from yin, where you're holding poses anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, all the way to like a vinyasa core, where it's like quick, more dynamic movement, and it's more of a workout. So you can really, go into yoga as a way, no matter what level you are, no matter what you're looking for. But what I would describe it as is truly a moving meditation. So, you're focusing on the breath, you're focusing on the movement, you're focusing on the voice of the instructor, and it's designed to really take your mind off of essentially the world. So
right.
what's going on right now, whether it's the pandemic, your career, your kids, all the stresses of your life. It's really designed to take your mind off those, the challenges,
Right.
focus on the moment and really zone into what's going on. So no matter what type of yoga you're doing, I would say it's a moving meditation where you're really focusing, like I said, breath, movement, instructor, the energy of your community around you. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Great. So anyone literally can do yoga by going to one of your YouTube channels, in which um, we're going to have her information at the bottom, everyone, so that way you can tune in and actually follow Jess. And so now, what motivated you to start the uh, the TV, the YouTube channel? What motivated you to do that?
Yeah, I'm really glad you asked this question. It's what really motivated me was, so I do work in the fitness industry.
Okay.
I've been laid off about 3 times in 1 year. So temporarily laid off 3 times in 1 year. So as you could imagine, the instability kind of just like led to lots of time off. And I had a friend, a really good friend of mine, say to me one day, she's like, you know what, Jess? You're in fitness, you're a yoga instructor, do something, like share
Right.
something with the world, essentially do something with your time off. And I said, you know what? That's a really that's a really good thought. Why don't I do something?
Right.
Instead of just kind of, I don't want to say wasting my time away, but essentially just not being productive with my time off.
Right.
So I literally started with my phone, my Samsung, really basic phone,
Okay.
and I just got a mini tripod. Started to film, just pretending as if I was teaching a class. So I just had to change the mindset. I talk to the camera as if I'm talking to a person or teaching a class. Um, Made a video, made a YouTube channel, threw it up, and it just grew.
Wow.
Literally, I had no expectations. It was something to do as a hobby because I liked it anyway. So I
Okay.
didn't mind spending all this time on it. But that's what really motivated me was, like A, do something with my time,
Right.
and B, really share with, I really share with the people of the entire world that I understand mental health, and I understand, the depression, the anxiety, the angst of not knowing what's going to happen, having your world turned upside down, and really sharing that um, passion and that coping mechanism with the rest of the world for free, no charge on my channel, just to help them cope, essentially. It was my way of giving back, because I really understood and empathized how it feels to be in this situation,
Right.
and just really to give back, because at this point, it's all about community and helping each other, and really just, really uplifting each other in such weird, strange times like this. So I would say that's my biggest motivator. And like I said before, as I threw it up, the channel grew. Lots of positive encouragement from friends, family. I didn't even realize what I was doing, but it truly made an impact. And
Okay, great. So, my question to you is, does yoga help you to lose weight? Is it a type of modality that helps you lose weight as well?
yoga can help you lose weight.
Mhm.
Um, it can. It depends on the type of style you're practicing.
Okay.
However, losing weight is just such a big umbrella topic. Like, there's so much more to losing weight than just, doing like a core vinyasa flow, for example. So, you can tone up, you can build muscles, you can build lean muscles. You can definitely, tighten up, as I would say, if you're doing a core vinyasa style type of yoga.
Mhm.
But, losing weight is more than just that one part. You have to look at nutrition, sleeping habits. Are you hanging on to stress? Are you not eating? Like, there's so much more to that I can say, doing yoga, like a more of a rigorous yoga where it increases your heart rate, will help lose weight, but it can't be the only thing for you to rely on. So I don't want you to be okay, eating whatever you want and thinking you can do one of my videos, and all of a sudden, you're going to lose weight. It doesn't work like that. But doing like a more of a core rigorous style can certainly help you lose weight.
Gotcha, gotcha. So yoga is basically for helping with your mental status more so than other modalities that's geared towards not so much mental, but really working out to help you lose in tone. So yoga is more geared towards your mental health. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and I think you completely nailed that. Nailed yoga in an all-encompassing answer, in my opinion. It's definitely more about your mental health. Again, any style you practice, it just gets you really to hone in on that present moment. And it's, yeah, designed to, bring down stress relief. It's designed to, sorry, I'm just going to lower myself here, bring down stress relief, alleviate stress. Breathing, I focus a lot on breathing with my yoga, meditation, moving with the breath as I'm teaching, like, move with your breath. So you're just focusing on that one thing, and that's all mental, right? Everything is mental. Um, Increase flexibility, help you sleep better,
Right.
balance out your moods. There's such a huge array of things that yoga can do. There's physical parts as well. Like, don't get me wrong, again, with the more core vinyasa style, but I would definitely say, like, I'm big on meditation and just kind of like bringing down stress levels and bringing a sense of calm to my practice. But yeah, for sure, mental health,
Right.
huge component. Mhm.
Wow, that's interesting because um, the mental part of what we all been going through is key. I know my husband, he passed away in July of 2020, and that's been real stressful for me. And I know that I needed help. I needed help with coping with that, with grieving. That's such a huge word that a lot of people have never allowed themselves to grieve. So I had to find a way to cope and to deal with the grieving process. So I went to what they call grief share, and it
Mhm.
was a 13-week course. And so that helped me. So I know that it's important to find and hone in on whatever is going to help you through these times. And you talked about breathing. I know that that was one of the things that I had to really learn to do. A lot of people really don't breathe. You
Mhm.
know,
That's
they
right.
don't breathe properly. So talk to us about how important it is for the breathing process when it comes to yoga or just in general.
Yeah, I think that's a great topic to bring up. In our society, we are not allowed to grieve. For example, if someone in your family passes away, like your husband, like again, really, really sorry to hear that.
Mhm.
For example, if you're still working, I mean, employers they don't give you grieving time, like a grieving allowance or grieving vacation, grieving time off. It's not in our North American society, it's not looked upon, it's not allowed, it's not even accepted. And so people just, toughen up, especially men too, I find, where they got to toughen up, put on this face, put on this mask, and they don't, it's not accepted. Just like mental health, it's not accepted yet, it's still a stigma. Got to be strong, gotta put on a facade, you can't look weak. Because God forbid, if you look weak, it's not accepted. Sorry, I don't know what else to say.
Right.
But yeah, grieving is a part of the process. It's part of a natural process of life, just as death is, right? We're
Right.
all gonna pass over at some point, and in North America, we need to understand that it's a part of life, just as birth is, engagement, celebration, children, the birth of life. Like, so is death and grieving, and that's not taught in schools, and that's not taught anywhere really. It's
Mhm.
something we just figure out on our own, and by the time we figure it out, it's probably too late, or we're struggling. So tying back to grieving and getting yoga to help with grieving, like for sure, like you said, you have to find something that works for you and allow your body just to go through that process. It's
Right.
normal to feel sad and to grieve at the loss of anyone. And I think it's really unfortunate that people here don't accept that or don't allow themselves to do it, because it's going to manifest. If you're going to go back to work, right after something happened, or keep going on with life as if nothing happened, it's going to manifest. Your body, your mind and body are connected. And so what happens in here is going to manifest in the body or in behaviors, and it's going to want to let itself out in some way, shape, or form. So, I encourage people to really pick whatever they need to grieve, allow themselves to grieve, let them know it's okay. If you gotta cry, crying is okay. It's a way for your body to release tension. And it's taken me so long,
Yeah.
almost 40 years for me to be like, it's okay to cry. Like it's fine. It's your body. It's not Crying is the same as like going to yoga, going to a bar, doing drugs, like things that are deemed somewhat more acceptable by society,
Right.
like just let your body do what it needs to do. That's kind of my mantra. Just do what you need to do. Let your body do, listen to your body. And if
Right.
you need to do yoga as your form of grieving and then have a good cry, do it. If you need to cry on the mat, I've done it before. When I was in 2015, when I was in my stressful job, I didn't know how to release the stress. My stress was so high that I was literally crying in a yoga class,
Mhm.
and I didn't know what was going on, but my body just couldn't hang on anymore. And I've seen people cry in my classes, and you just
Yeah.
let them cry, let them do
So
what they're.
now, in the process of doing yoga, I know that the breathing part of yoga is important, because I know that I do breathing exercises to to relieve stress. Talk to us about how important the breathing for us to breathe, because a lot of people, they're holding their breath and they're not breathing as they should. So talk to us about that. When I learned how to breathe properly, it got rid of a lot of stress. So talk to us the importance of breathing.
Yeah, for sure. So, in any part of my yoga class, I always start with like 3 cleansing breaths. Okay, so inhale all the way up, exhale, breathe one more time, inhale up, exhale, breathe. So, breathing, first of all, just calms down your nervous system. It
Right.
just sends a signal to your brain to just, if you're on a fight or flight mode, super high, anxious, very tense, it just sends a signal to your brain that it's just time just to chill. Even it's for those 3 seconds, that 10 seconds, that moment, it just all of a sudden calms down that nervous system. Okay, send signals to your brain, calm the body down. Um, and yeah, so during yoga, like I'm again, like I said, it's a moving meditation, so it's really important to really focus on the breath, because I just want you to just be calm and then do the practice. If you're holding your breath during a posture, you can't, it's going to be very hard to do the class, right? You have to breathe, you have to take a big fresh of air, because you're not going to get through that class, just like anything you're going to do in life. So release the tension, take a couple breaths. I'm always reminding people to breathe.
Right.
Inhale up, exhale down, inhale arm up, exhale left foot down, etc., etc. So I'm actually cueing people, because many times they are so focused on
Yes.
perfecting that posture, or just really, zoned into that class, that they forget to breathe. So I'm like, guys, this is yoga, this isn't heart surgery, no one's gonna die, breathe. Or I'll be like, I'll just throw a joke in class, and then everyone will start laughing, the tension goes down, they're breathing, and then we continue.
Right.
So yeah, right. So it
Hey.
doesn't have to be super serious. It, depends on the instructor, depends on, the personality, but it's definitely important for a good instructor to always cue the breath, or else people will just suffocate and won't enjoy the class. And it's
Exactly.
not
Yeah.
fun. So yeah.
Yeah. And I know I learned how to breathe through with this doctor, Dr. Yaku, who says breathe in for 4, hold for 4, let
Yeah.
out for 4, and hold, stop for 4, and then do it again, and do that 4 different times. And I find that that really works for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm more relaxed. The tension has dissipated. And so it is so important to learn how to breathe, because there's moments where I'm not breathing. You're breathing, but you're not breathing properly. You're not breathing the way you should. You're holding your breath. And then you're
Exactly.
breathing when you have to breathe. For the heart to continue, but you're not breathing the way you should breathe. And I find that that is like a huge part of my anxiety,
Hmm.
that keeps me kind of pinned up when I don't breathe properly. Especially if I'm
Right.
dealing with some uh, tight schedule or something going on.
Right.
Um, so, um, what is the first thing you're going to do when the pandemic is over? We have like about 2 minutes.
Okay. First thing we're gonna do when the pandemic is over is I'm gonna go to a restaurant. I actually really miss dining. I'm not gonna lie. I just miss
You
going.
haven't been to a restaurant?
Pardon me?
You haven't been to a restaurant?
I have not been to a restaurant in one
Really?
year. I have not
Wow.
set foot. I just I just didn't do it. I just listened to the restrictions, tried to
Right.
do my part, really just try to be a good citizen, and
Yeah.
as soon as we're all okay to do it over here, I'm gonna go to
Okay.
a restaurant with, whoever wants to come with me, and we are gonna have a meal and just enjoy the simple things in life again. Um, yeah.
So in Canada, because that's where you're from, in Canada, everything is shut down. There's no, you can't go in a restaurant and have a meal yet.
Well, it depends. I'm in Ontario right now, so I'm in like the Greater Toronto area. Right now we are in what's called a red zone. So where I live is red zone. So 10 people maximum at a restaurant, 10 people maximum at the gym. Essential services are open, of course, but like social distancing, all that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
we are allowed to go. I mean, people can go.
Okay.
However, I just want to make sure that I get a vaccine, and we're good to go and really enjoy it in the right way.
Right. So the job that you said that you received is back at a gym. Are you working as a health coach?
So I actually work so I help manage the studio. So I actually work in membership sales, selling memberships and making sure that our members have a really good experience at our gym, our studio.
Okay.
And you make sure that our gym is like, honestly, it's like my second home. I love being there. I love all the members that are there. So I'm just there to make sure they have an amazing experience, but also grow the gym, mentor our employees, and just make sure we can provide the best service possible out there.
Okay, great. Well, everyone, we are getting ready to end our show. Thank you so much, Jess, for joining us. Everyone, Jess' information is going to be at the bottom of the screen, where you'll be able to copy down her YouTube channel and follow her. You'll be able to copy down her phone number if you want any advice. If you just want to follow her, you can still reach out to her. She's on all parts of or all platforms of social media. And if anyone is interested in coming on my show, please reach out to me. If you're interested in having your own show, reach out to me as well. And also, my information will be at the bottom, where you can go to the website and check out all the health and wellness products that I have for the home, for your body, for your mind. And I tell you, I could not do without supplements and living the best life possible in terms of health, working out. And I have tried yoga. And it's really a wonderful way. As you said, it's a meditative type of way of connecting. And so, Jess, thank you so much for being on the show. I'm following you. I know a lot of people are going to start following you. And good luck with everything after the pandemic, and even now.
Thank you.
Have a safe life, and God bless you. And Jess is going to be coming back on, guys, because she's going to actually show us how to do some of her moves. So we are going to see her again. Thank you so much, Jess. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gloria. It's been a joy.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Take care.
Cause I need help and well for myself. It's better when it's natural, said I need help and well for myself. It's better when it's natural, honestly, it gotta be natural. Diseases attack you and shut down your body, really leave you like frames on a statue. And that skincare using chemicals make your skin clear. In 10 years, how you wanna live your body cleanse? Yeah, I'm on a new mission to eating healthy, full of nutrition, and clean your house with a new vision. And if you isn't sheesh, you don't know what you missing, cause it's all here like a beautician. Healthcare, well on your way to that wealth, yeah. You gotta care even if nobody else cares. And this is for my people, I'm trying to reach some. If each one teach one, now we each one. Healthcare, well on their way to that wealth, yeah. You gotta care even if nobody else care. And this is for my people, I'm trying to reach some. If each one teach one, now we each one.